Okay, so I mentioned in a previous video why I bought the Audient ID14 Mark II. And I'm hoping that you can hear me. I'm having to record this in a different way than I normally don't. Primarily because in order for me to show you the iPad, play something through here, and I don't have a microphone. I'm using my, obviously, iPhone to record this. I need to be able to do a lot of things with a little bit of stuff to do it. So anyway, here's AUM. This is just one instance where you can do it. You can do it in Drombo too. But the idea is that this particular device has a loopback built into it. And so you can use this to help you be able to record without, what's the word? Record a video without having to screen record. Screen recording to me kind of gets lame after a while because it takes so much more time to set it all up. You have to not only video record it, any interruptions, whether you're doing it on your phone or the iPad, will cause noise to be in your recording. So unless you know exactly the segment that you want at the time when you record, I find it quite cumbersome. Maybe on the go it'll be fine, but when you're at home, you want a quicker way to get access to a song or a particular sound in a certain video. So anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it. So you'll see here, let me go back into remove the navigation, the settings, that I have the Audient ID14 as my input and my output. Now, if you click here and hit hardware, you'll see that you have a list up to 12 inputs, right? Obviously, if it's stereo, you're going to use 1 and 2, 3, 4, etc. But I have 1 and 2 as my output. So if you use 1 and 2 as the output, the problem is you'll get feedback if you try to feed in another line and you're trying to record what's playing on the actual app. So you have to use 11 and 12. So that will be the input. On the output, I'm going to change that to 5, 6. This will allow me to hear the recording, but I won't be able to play it back. It kills the feedback loop, basically. Now, you want to put something on this particular track that you can actually record into. And in my case, I'm going to use Koala. So I'm going to open up Koala. And I've said this before, anytime you use this app, you're going to need to turn on the headphone for the sound to pass through it. So it goes through 11 and 12 into Koala, and then you can hear it from 5, 6. So the only thing we need to do now is play a video. Now, I'm not going to play a video with music because it's going to get copyright strike. So I'm going to use my own personal videos on YouTube that I can play. But this applies to any video. You can play anything internally, and you should be able to hear it. All right? So let's use
just dropped BA-effects strip.
Now, I think this is the same effect strip that is in their BA instrument. So I'm going to mute it. So you're hearing feedback because you're hearing my recorder happening with the speaker picking up the volume into my microphone, or my Bluetooth, I should say, headset. So you can see the volume coming through. If you look in here in Koala, you can see the volume coming through. If I press here, and I'm not talking for a reason, you'll see it recorded the volume. And it will continue to record. Now, I can't be talking on a microphone and doing that at the same time and recording because you're getting pickup through the phone. But I'm doing it now so that you can see. I just muted it, by the way. You can press this button here with the headphone because I'm running the headphone out to the speaker, and then just mute it. If you want to use the speakers from back here with the 1/4 inch, just turn on the speaker and you can turn that volume up. So there you go. So now let me let you hear that it actually plays back. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to stop the video. So that way it doesn't bleed into the sound. So here it is. So if you press it, you don't hear anything. You just hear me talking right now. That's because you need to put this back to 1, 2. So we're going to hit replace, 1, 2. And now if we unmute it,
so pretty cool to have a little free course and then the output. So pretty cool to have a little free device.
there you go. And so that's coming straight from that video,
Course and then
right? So if you hear it doubling, it's because it's picking up through my mic because I'm using an actual speaker so that you can hear it. I can't screen record this and do this. Well, technically I could, but I don't have a microphone, so I would need that, which I may need to just invest in a mic, a hand mic or something that way you can, I can be able to record that way. But anyway, so there you go. That's how quick it is. It took me longer because I'm drawing it out, showing you. It's super quick when you're doing it on your own. If you need to remove, again, the only thing you'll need to do is replace this output so that you can hear it. So you want it on like 5, 6. When you're actually recording, you'll hear it coming through. Then after you have it recorded, so you don't get a feedback loop, just replace it back to 1, 2.
course and then the output.
And you'll hear it when you play. All right. So that's it for this video. It's really hard, and I think the person that asked for this, I appreciate them asking, but it is hard to record this for you on a video unless you have a ton of equipment and the proper equipment to be able to show it to you without it giving you extra feedback loops. So I did my best. Hopefully that answers your question so that you can see how you can record straight from the iPad. You notice I did not have an AUV3 in here for YouTube. It's right here. So it's just that simple. And I think this is just one of the few devices that do it. So I know the MKii DLC, I think it's called Creator or something like that, does it. That one has it built in. You also have the Rodecaster Duo. And then, of course, the Audient ID14. This is the Mark II. And then I think there's like 2 more. One of them's a Zoom. I think it's a Zoom UA44 or something like that. And I can't remember the other. But do your research on it so that you know what you're buying. To me, this was the most affordable one that I found that does it really well. But yeah, so there you have it. All right, I'm out.